Your ideas have been ranging from Houston, we have a problem, except we're not in Houston or talking about Houston, to I'm going to tell everyone I came last night. So, yeah, I'm worried.
Oh,
I don't know
welcome
which one's
back to
better.
the podcast, boys. It's so lovely to see your faces. We have a new addition, and that would be Chris's mustache. Welcome to the podcast. Super nice to see you. Super nice to meet you. I hope you stay a while because I do love a good mustache. So it's lonely being up here with the only one with a mustache. Jay is growing facial hair and then trims it and cuts it off, whatever. But it's nice to
Like to
have
keep
a
you on your toes.
yeah, I got to keep us on our toes. And Chris definitely kept me on my toes when he showed up with the mustache.
That's what the mustache does.
Oh, I didn't want to be that guy and go there and ask for a ride, but I guess I'm going to. And we're going to actually kick it off into one of my favorite segments and one of my favorite intros that we haven't done in quite a while. And I think it's only right that the man with the stash, the man from Detroit, Michigan, wherever he's from. I think it's Detroit. I think it's Detroit. So we're going to go with it. The man from Detroit, the man with the stash, looks like he belongs in Texas because I think it's time for a good old fashioned cowboy corner. Chris, will you let one out?
Wow. I normally don't like to let one out near my wife, but are you saying we get to talk about football right away?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you go NCAA basketball because I think that's probably what we are the best known for about this show is men's basketball in college. But I thought
And
we'd
ice
switch it up.
dancing.
Yeah, I think those are the top two that we have. So I think we're going to switch it up. And I think we're actually going to go football today because I know the crowd really wants to hear basketball. So let's keep them on their toes.
Well,
And I
just a
know
little
that,
teaser too. Not like all
yeah,
NFL. We
not,
just want to get to know. We want to bring back some of our favorite editions of the potty.
yeah, some of our favorites. And I think my favorite was when Chris used to, I think why it was my favorite is because Chris genuinely down in his deep hearts hates the Cowboys, but he has to scream Cowboy
Passionately.
corner every single week. And I've kind of missed it. I've kind of missed the glow, you know?
Well, you guys have me all excited now because every day since last week, I have been itching to get on here because of all the shit that has gone down with all of our teams and across the league. So I am more than excited to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Cowboy Corner. I probably just woke up my pregnant wife from a nap, and I do apologize. But Justin, how are you feeling about the state of the boys?
I think this has been the most exciting, and a lot of things just happening like right off the bat. So let's talk about the biggest news I think from it. Well, I could be tied. Which one do you guys think is more big? The Stephon Gilmore coming to the Cowboys or Zeke getting cut?
I think Zeke getting cut is probably the biggest to me.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I was
I
shocked
was
by
not
that.
expecting that. That's
Yeah.
because I think on last podcast, didn't you say like he's staying? The Cowboys love him. I
Yeah,
could have
they do love
sworn
him.
like
Seemed like both sides were pretty determined to make it work, figure it out. So I didn't expect that at all.
I think how much he wanted to keep and how much they thought he was worth were just aligning. And rather than like being like mean about it, they just shook hands and parted ways, knowing how it is. Well, Zeke's the big one. Well, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I think about in like 2019, I think it was 2019. We signed him for
His
6
contract,
years, $90
yeah.
million. Like one of the biggest paid running backs doing all this stuff.
6 years, 90 million.
90 million. It was crazy.
He got
So
the
it's cool.
bag.
Yeah, he got the bag, and just since the bag hasn't been him same former self, like it's crazy. Just you can look through the statistics over the past couple of years between injuries and just even performance, just hasn't been the same. And as soon as we signed him and then brought in Mike McCarthy, I already knew there's going to be a point where he has to be outed because that's just not the style of play that Mike McCarthy typically runs, coaches, and is used to, right? Tony Pollard is a typical running back that we use in the backfield for a Mike McCarthy offense, and that's just through Green Bay, right? I mean, at one point they had Eddie Lacy for a little bit, but he's too fat to play. That
Big
was Zeke
boy
a little
Eddie.
bit. Yeah. So besides that,
Eddie
I think
gets
it's
too
crazy.
much shit.
He saves us though $11 million in cap space to be able to cut him. So we have some big time players that maybe we need to sign. Hopefully we're going after something big or just cooking up something because right now is when now. like we have a win now mentality. Excuse me, I can't speak. I wanted to stutter. Got a stuttering problem over here. Anyways, yeah, it saves us a ton. We just need money to be able to make big moves, to be able to win now. So it's just kind of crazy to think about, but it's exciting because then we go and pick up Stephon Gilmore, which I think is a huge addition for a 5th round pick. I think about a steal.
Literally.
Like literally a steal for one of the best ranked corners in the league. Yeah, he's older, but he's a perfect example for Trayvon to be able to learn from, coach from. So having a young corner than such a vet like that and a young corner who's good, super exciting. I mean, I think we were talking about it earlier. Me and Cypress was talking about Trayvon, like year 1, interception guru. Year 2, but let up a lot of yards. Year 2, he was less of an interception guru, but kept his yards down really well. So it's like one or the other. He's kind of have to find like that little bit of balance to be a little bit better. So I think it'll be cool. And the last thing, guys, we have so much. So first off, the Cowboys have restructured a ton of people. Have you seen that?
Not
All
really.
I saw is they cut Eddie Lacy.
So
Zeke.
we restructured Dak Prescott, Zach
Yeah, I
Martin,
only saw the
Demarcus Lawrence, Tyron Smith, Michael Gallup. We restructured all their contracts.
Holy crap.
Yeah, them alone, we saved $49 million worth of cap space.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh. Did they just
Yeah.
did they do the whole classic of just putting it later in their contract? Is that like what happened? Or like
I
Here's
think
the
it's
thing,
more
Dwight.
that it gets turned into signing bonuses, and then that's how they
Oh.
can avoid a lot of it, is restructuring it and then doing it that way.
Don't call me a analyst of these restructures. Don't know. All I know is we did it. I literally
All
looked
he
up
cares
how-
about is the cap room.
Yeah, gotta make some money, baby. Gotta make some plays happen, and some people come in.
Can't blame
Plus,
you.
we have some, and then we re-signed Leighton Vander Esch, who's not. He's a good part of our offense, but I wouldn't say he's like the most amazing. But we signed him on a pretty good deal. I think 2 years, 11 million, easy.
Yeah.
And then we also re-signed our safety Donovan Wilson. He wears number 6. He's a stud. So, and we signed him for 3 or 24 million. And I always like having a nice safety. I feel like that's just a little cushion, like literally a little safety cushion.
So what do you do with this 40-50 million dollars that you just saved?
Actually, with everything considering, we roughly saved $60 million in cap space with
So
cutting
what do
Zeke
you-
and all
They
those
don't sign
restructures.
Zeke.
Yeah,
No,
like what do you
it does.
what do you like what are you doing? Like what are you going after if you're the Cowboys right now? Because you're obviously going after
Weapons.
something.
I thought long and hard about this for a minute, and I was like, dude, I don't even know. Like, what would we go? And then I realized, dude, we got some young ass players that we have to pay within the next couple of years. And in a Cowboy fashion, why not give it to them quicker? Right? Like doing extensions, like get them while they're hot, get them while they're like loving the team. So
And cheaper.
bigger contracts are going to come down the line. So like right now we got Michael Parsons, who is not going to re-sign Michael Parsons,
Yeah.
right? Trayvon's another one that's got to get re-signed here soon. Tony Pollard is sitting on the what is it? You guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the
tag.
franchise tag. So you got to think, and then we still need another. Like we do need another stud wide receiver. I think we reached. I don't know what's on CDs either. I think we paid him a little bit. I can't remember to save my life. So you just got to think. We have so many players, and we need to add a couple things too.
Yeah,
like some.
Do you think
Go
that
ahead.
you go after a receiver? Like, because I just like
They
thinking,
should.
I think of your
100%.
team right now, and it's like I don't really see like last year. I didn't really see too many holes that was like, oh, I'm scared. Receiver was the big one that it was like, what do we like? CD besides CD, like where do we go?
Well, CD, receiver exactly. You have CD, and then Michael Gallup was out for a large part of the year. Noah Brown really stepped up for us, which we just lost him. We'll talk about
Yeah.
later. But I think we have CD, we have Michael Gallup, and I'm missing somebody else. I can't think about it.
I don't know.
Oh no, he's not there anymore. Ty Hilton, he's left. He was just a 1-year deal, I think. So we need somebody else, I think, to kind of throw in the mix within that. So it's so crazy. All I know is something big's about to happen, and as a Cowboy fan, this is either going to be really, really exciting, or they're going to do some dumb shit move that you're like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's a Cowboys thing.
It's
Okay.
Cowboys way.
But we also need to add another running back too. We can't just rely on
Pollard.
Tony Pollard to do it all. So
do you
this
think
is
that they
interesting because
draft
now
one or
They'll
do they?
draft one.
yeah,
I think so.
Cheap,
Yeah.
young, fresh legs.
and they don't need much from him, but just to run straight.
Well, everybody's
Or hit
thinking
the
about
holes.
getting Bijan Robinson so late in second round. You guys talked about getting him second round and stuff like that. Like, dude, if he falls late in
Late
the rounds to the
first.
Cowboys, why would you not sign that?
Yeah.
Pick that up. That's a beast
Yeah.
of a move. So it'll be interesting. Very interesting. I think that's really it. I can go on and on about the
Who-
Cowboys, but
before
$60
you-
million worth of money is insane to be able to hold.
before you move on, what are your guesses with Zeke? What do you think he does? Like, where do you think he goes? Like, that was just shocking to me that Zeke just got cut. There's so many good running backs on the market right now. Like,
I bet no one wanted
It's
him.
flooded.
No one wanted no one wanted his contract, so no one was going to trade for him. I bet you they tried to do that first, right? Hey, let's get you somewhere else, blah 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 blah. Now he's going to sign somewhere small on a small deal and be a backup. He ain't going to be a starter, or he's going to be on a team that really needs it. Like, okay, let's think about. I don't even know, dude. I can't even think of a team that
The
would need somebody
Broncos.
right now.
The
Yeah.
Chargers, if they lose Eckler.
true.
Yeah. Ugh, that's such a weird scheme too. I
Someone
like
to
the
share-
Broncos better because I think that's more their style. Like he'd fit better in that
someone to
style.
share the load. Maybe even like the Jets. They need like a because they got what's his name, but he's coming back from injury. Michael
Brees Hall.
Carter. Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
Michael Carter.
Hall.
Michael Carter was their backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brees Hall, but he's come back from injury, so it's like I don't know. I don't know who needs what, but dang, that's wild to me.
Well, thanks for letting me get that out of the way first and hear that old-fashioned Cowboys corner. It's always nice, Chris. You do such a fantastic job every time, and I think it's only right that your mustache and your mouth get to move a little bit and talk about your Lions. And what a sad moment for you.
Thanks, guys. I really love all the talk about my oral. Wow. The Lions. I don't even know where to begin. Well, I guess I'll start with their first move, which I liked, grabbing Sutton.
I did not
from
like
Pittsburgh.
that. I just want to
I know you
be
didn't.
honest. I did not like that.
When you
Yeah, I remember
okay,
Alex
see,
talking about him.
I was like, man, I don't actually know much about this guy. But when you weren't happy, and I was seeing all these pissed off Pittsburgh fans online, I'm like, all right, I like this move. Okay, this guy was
Yeah.
clearly worth it.
The shitty part
So I was
is
excited about that because
we
we did
kept-
need that.
we kept the worst ones. We had Witherspoon and Sutton on the ends.
Mhm.
And I wish we would have kept Sutton and got rid of Witherspoon. But what are you gonna do?
Cost.
You know, yeah, too much money.
So I like that move. The one move I didn't like is, and I don't even say I didn't like it because obviously David Montgomery is, pretty damn good. Why are you looking at me like that, Justin?
Personal opinion.
He's a poor man's Jamal Charles.
Not
Not Jamal Charles. What the fuck? Who's leaving? Jamal Williams. He's a poor man, Jamal Williams.
Okay,
God, there's another.
that is what I'm upset about. So let's just touch on Jamal because I viewed that guy as the heart and soul of that team. I don't know.
We were
it
so
just
confident on
seems
he would get
weird.
it done.
100%.
Yeah,
It's weird that they wouldn't sign. They signed Montgomery, but not him.
and maybe he's just demanding too much money. And in which case, it's a business decision at the end of the day for both parties. So I understand. But man, that hurts. Now, Justin, you say you don't like David Montgomery, but he is younger and presumably cheaper than Jamal Williams. Now Jamal had all those touchdowns last year, but Montgomery is a lot more of a yards getter. Like Williams got touchdown, but Montgomery can eat up field. And that's what the Lions offense needs to do more of. Their offense is so fucking good that they need to waste more time on offense by getting those chunks of yards and everything. That way the defense, which is still very young, has time to, get ready.
McJam, can you do a contract comparison of what Williams got from the Saints and what the fuck?
Oh
his
yeah, I
bucket
never
name?
even saw the deal from the
Montgomery.
Saints. Am I
Montgomery
about to
got-
be pissed?
Maybe, but
Maybe.
only
I want to
thing-
know.
the only thing that I have questions on, this is the only thing I have
Yep.
questions on. That is, man, do they got you drinking the Kool-Aid over there nice and quick? Because
Yeah, they
holy
do.
crap, I was not expecting your tone of, this is what they needed, man, to be so quick.
What? With
Hold on,
Jamal?
McJam's got some numbers.
Yeah. So Montgomery and Williams both got a 3-year deal. Montgomery got 18 million and Williams got 12.
But how much of that was guaranteed? Because I think only 12 of the 18 for Montgomery is guaranteed.
Yeah, and then
But
for
you paid
Williams, he gets 8 million guaranteed.
Okay.
So
Well,
it doesn't
fuck.
seem like it was it doesn't seem like it was a contract. I think you're right. Chris.
That was
I think,
stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. So
Oh,
I think you're right, Chris, in the
I hate
fact
that.
that David Montgomery is more fitted to what they need versus Williams fit the mold of what
Montgomery is also better in the pass game.
So are you
Yeah.
keeping Swift?
you got to.
I feel like that's a sign that we're keeping. So we don't have to deal with that till next year.
Oh, so he's probably he's taking on Jamal Williams' role, and then they'll bring Montgomery in as like a more out of the back catching kind of role. Because
I
like
think so,
Jamal and
yeah.
Swift kind of have a similar comparison, right? More of that downhill,
Right.
hard nosed runner. Damn, that still sucks.
Damn, that
I'm
sucks
just gonna
to know
have
that
to
you
hang
would've
my
had-
hat on that he's younger and he's a different style because
Is-
man, that sucks.
Is Jameis Winston still at the Saints, or did he get cut?
No,
No,
he
he's
got
with the
re-signed
Saints.
someone else.
They're gonna restructure. I
I'm
believe, with him.
so excited to see what kind of sound bites come out of Williams. and
Those
Winston
huddles.
together.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even Winston's not going to be the starter.
It
Y'all.
doesn't matter, bro.
Right.
He's
Derek
still
Carr.
funny,
No.
motherfucker.
But if Derek Carr gets
injured,
If Derek Carr gets injured and Winston has to go in between
I
those
just-
two, that's going to be a
Yeah,
comedy
I just want to
show.
see funny practice. At practice, you know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be some funny
Right.
ass shit that comes out of their mouth.
wow, Chris,
One
I think you were
thing,
really kind of excited there for a moment, and then you just learned that bad, sad news, and that's kind of hard.
Oh, that just made it worse. You made fun of me for how I presented that, but you got to remember I learned of the news yesterday of the David Montgomery signing, and as
Hmm.
soon as that notification came across my screen,
Yeah.
I knew immediately Williams was gone.
It
Like
was
there was
so-
no chance.
You were so quiet in
Yeah.
the chat when I sent that. You were.
I wasn't happy. I was.
I know, but
So now I'm a little more at peace with it.
your language today seems like you've been drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit more.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
so.
I'm
it's-
definitely drinking the Kool-Aid.
It's like it's just so funny because like I remember last week you're like Jamal Williams the man, we need him back, blah blah. Blah.
We
and
do.
then this week,
We did.
This week you're like this. You know, man. Hey, they know what's going on over there.
No.
Oh, they-
Actually, I take
they
that back.
know-
That was before I knew the contract that he got from the Saints. Now it's like, okay, why didn't we keep him? The only thing I can think of is the age and everything.
And
Like,
did
But
he
he's
that's
the
all I can think
healthier of the. He's the healthiest one of them all.
I understand. I
Kinda.
don't
He-
get it. The other thing I'm kind of upset about is losing out on, not that I don't know if we went after him at all, but I wanted us to get Levante David.
the
He ended
Bucks?
up re-signing with Tampa, but for like a dirt cheap 1 year, $7 million contract. Like,
Damn.
Yeah.
come
But
on.
you- and then you guys
we
resigned.
needed him. We
Alex
re-signed
Alonso.
Yeah,
right?
Anzalone or Anzalone,
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Some
And
guy.
don't get
Some
me
guy
wrong,
with blonde hair.
yeah, he's got some great hair.
Yeah.
And
And then you got Ricardo.
don't get me wrong, he I believe he led the team in tackles, but I mean that's
Should've.
kind of what you should do at that
You're-
position.
Yeah, you're an inside linebacker. That's
Um,
what you need to do.
Exactly. And so I would have rather had David. I want to see Anzalone kind of step up a bit this year. Yeah, I know we got Rodrigo and I love Rodrigo.
Yeah.
But he's young.
He's young. Let him
So I
play out
would have
this
loved
year.
to pair him with David.
But I like your
So,
Sutton pickup. That helps your cornerback issue a little
for
bit.
sure. For sure.
So
Now
now,
you got-
with those changes, who you guys going after in the first round?
Yeah, because you got
Mix it up a little bit.
Okuda. You got Okuda and Sutton on two sides. Who's your safeties? Are they good?
Plus we have a great we had a great rookie cornerback this year who's
Cool.
he's
Mhm.
the guy who picked off Aaron Rodgers more times in one season than anybody. And
can't with
safety,
that
it's going to
vote.
be Tracy Walker, who's arguably was the best player on our defense until he got hurt very early on in the season. So glad to have him back. So I think we still go defense with that first pick.
You got to. Do you give some help to Hutchinson or Hutchin? Whatever the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's what I'm thinking.
Do you give some help to the line?
Either
a little
Will
bit now?
Anderson, if he's somehow there. I don't think he will be. Or maybe Jalen Carter, although I don't know if you guys saw the report. His pro day did not go well.
Really?
Apparently he packed on 9 pounds in the last 2 weeks and couldn't finish the workout at the
It's all
pro
the
day.
stress. Isn't that the guy?
I
with the
know.
phone
And I
stress?
think, I
With
think
all
a
the
ton of it
stress.
has to be mental and whatnot with that whole situation.
shows-
So
Yeah, he
that was
killed
maybe
his
he
friend.
That
drops.
shows weakness.
Wait, he allegedly
Yeah.
killed his friend? Sorry.
No, they were just involved with racing. I don't know
Mm.
if it was before the crash or if the crash was a result of the racing.
I mean, I don't think
Or
we'll
I
ever
don't
know,
know.
but
driving.
just from that, it kind of seems like he had more involvement, or he took it super
Right.
hard than we can think. Because 2 weeks after it's rough.
That's a lot of even for someone who's already a big boy, 9 pounds in 2 weeks.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a
So
lot.
I don't know if the Lions even go after him, but I think we do go defense with that very first pick.
What? I love it. Well, thank
And
you for
that's
coming
all I
back
got
to
for
Kneecap
the
Diner.
Kneecap Diner. Thank God for insurance because it rebuilt it, and now
Yeah.
we have fresh Kool-Aid on tap. So
Hell
Alex,
yeah.
I love it.
we need you to go to work,
I want
clock in
it.
that 9 to 5, punch your time card, put on your hard hat, and tell us about how many balls Kenny Pickett won't be throwing at the ground.
So actually, fun fact: Kenny Pickett's ball that got thrown in the Raiders game in overtime is in the NFL Hall of Fame. So yeah, balls
what?
do
For what?
for I don't know why. I just saw a little state that it was in the his Hall of Fame. I was hoping that you guys wouldn't question me on it. If Nick Jam, if you could look that up for me real quick, that'd be so awesome. But
Leave it to Alex to brag about something and only know half
He
the
knows
reason
nothing
to brag.
about.
it was like the overtime win when it was Pickett to Pickens. It was a good time. But the Steelers, really, really interesting. They are not known for their big moves. They are not known for these like crazy, we're gonna take these huge contracts, but we did it once with Joe Hayden, got rid of him, doing it again, Patrick Peterson. I was very skeptical when I saw that 3 of our 5 cornerbacks got dropped or left the team this year, and I was like, well, what the fuck's gonna happen? And then we got Patrick Peterson. I was like, okay, makes sense. And then maybe we go and draft another one because we are still a little weak over there. But Peterson is a very it's good in the zone. You can play that. It's what we play over there. We play the zone, as all Brady fans know, because that's what he ate us up at every year. But we play the zone, so it's gonna be good to have there. Holcomb, I think that's how you say his last name.
Yep.
Looks like a good young stud. Got injured. Huh?
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. He looks like a good young stud. Haven't seen too much of him, but we did need to fill a middle linebacker spot. It's been something that we've been struggling with for the last couple of years. So it's nice to see him there. We got him from the Commanders.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got him from the Commanders. He's got a mullet, so looks like a guy that would play middle linebacker.
So Alex is bought in right
100%, bro. I think he had to pass a physical and he did. So hey, good for him. And then we got a big boy up front, Herbig, from the Jets. I think his name is Nate Nasty Herbig. I like that name.
Nate Nasty Herbig. Let's go.
So I like that name. So a boy up front to help guard Pickett. So those are the big things. And then of course we lost Sutton. We lost Spillane to the Raiders, which was interesting because it feels weird with Holcomb because it just seems like we're signing a younger Spillane. It's like what it feels like. It's like same player type, and he's just younger. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing in middle linebacker still. We haven't been able to find it since Shazier.
Well, Mike Tomlin knows what he's doing. So
I trust Mikey T, bro. I trust Mikey T.
Even though it's not just him, but
I don't know if you had a chance to watch footballing with probably one of the best quarterbacks Steelers have ever had, Ben Roethlisberger, and he was on there. It was funny. He was telling stories.
If I didn't want to watch it, would he force me?
I was say, yeah. Does he rape people in it? Because
allegedly, excuse me.
Does he allegedly try?
Allegedly, I'm not going to talk about it right now because we're talking about good things, not bad things.
Hey, McJam, let's go back on some bad things real quick. What was the ball for?
What was the ball for? Did you see it? Did you find it? No,
I think Alex made that up.
Uh-oh. He's calling his feet. His feet is getting red. Well, you told me earlier something while you're looking that up that you might be losing your best middle linebacker, Bush.
Yeah, but we also signed Holcomb. So that was like the
I will gladly take Bush on the Lions.
You just want your Michigan boy back.
Of course.
Okay, so
you're loyal to a fault.
I love the way he plays.
Dude,
He plays aggressive.
He's good.
Mick Jam. Do you even? Don't even try with me. I typed in 2 words and it was the first freaking article I brought up. Kenny Pickett in Canton, ball thrown on game-winning touchdown from Christmas Eve win displayed in the Hall of Fame. What the hell? Dude? I
Okay,
brought it up
okay,
the
but
first
let's
time.
let's get more details. That ball ain't in there just because he threw it on Christmas.
The ball
So
which Kenny Pickett threw for the game-winning pass against the Raiders.
It is. He
This
probably
made
did do
Kenny
something
Pickett
like
the
that.
first rookie quarterback in NFL history to throw a game-winning touchdown in last-minute back-to-back games. Okay, motherfuckers. Gosh,
Well,
that
that's
was
actually
so-
probably the first thing I've heard good about him that I'm like, I'm kind of impressed with.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't draw balls.
And he got
And
two.
everybody
Got 2 back-to-back
knows.
wins.
everybody knows when you're just looking over stat sheets, the first stat that you got to check out as have they ever, as a rookie, thrown back-to-back game-winning touchdowns?
Hey, you
It's
know what,
vitally
man?
important.
Hey, you know what, man? You're coming from a quarterback who doesn't look great most of the time. I don't want to hear it, Mr. Lions. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, they're getting a little feisty.
Yeah,
We can get more deep into
Jared
this
Goff
football
over
later.
there.
Hey, well, I know I
Hey,
love
at
this little
least Jared
sneak
Goff
peek.
knows that knows
Hey!
means no. Sorry.
Get it together. You guys are horrible. Trying to transition here. Why don't you get with the program? You guys can talk about this and fight later about something. I know when Aaron Rodgers gets involved, there's going to be a little cat fighting.
Are we
so-
going
yeah.
there already, bro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at them all ready to go. Well, I think this is a great time just to tease you a little bit, get a little bit of a break, and move into something that's going on. And we got basketball. We got a couple big things going on.
Oh,
Basketball. We got the NBA still
hey,
finishing up, and we got March Madness.
I've been keeping up with basketball.
Oh, let's go, Alex. A couple weeks ago, I
Yeah.
remember your hatred for basketball. You look so mad. You didn't want to talk into the camera. You look like Chris does right now.
What?
It's because we mentioned Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
He's all
I
pissed.
did tense up a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the biggest thing we talk about is this John Morant update. It's just like LeBron
Memphis,
watch.
bro.
It's so
Memphis.
fun, and it's eager every
8
week. I'm so
games.
excited. That's it. Are you
That's
guys?
it.
What do you think? Should he deserve more? Is that enough? What do you think about this punishment? And like also with that, he's recently stated that he. This is what's confusing me, and you guys can help me clear the air. That he was going to Florida to go to a counseling place for his actions and his mental
Right.
health and his stress that he's all involved with apparently. And then he flies on Wednesday to New York and gets suspended 8 games. Does Memphis, the team, also do anything? Like, what is this enough? Was this fair? What do
They
you guys
need
think
him.
about this? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they need him. And
Actually,
it's like it's
don't.
Memphis, bro. They don't care about flashing guns. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like they
They
don't
don't-
care.
They
The
I
don't
fan
just
need
base does
him.
not
The,
care.
the fan base does it more than the players, so it doesn't really matter that much. What I'm saying though is 8 games feels. So the only thing is, this is what this is what I was thinking about earlier. Flashing your gun technically is a crime, depending on what you did with it. But showing that you have a gun is technically not a crime. It's not a crime to, unless you point it and have intent, whatever, right? But it's not technically a crime to show that you have a gun. So I don't really know what's going on there. But all I'm thinking about is, did he actually beat up a 17-year-old, or is that like all alleged?
That's a separate issue that I think is still
Because
being figured
if-
out.
if you're getting 8 games for punching a 17-year-old, that's a little rough.
Yeah, no, the 8 games is for sure just
For
a
the
result
gun.
of the gun incident.
And so
And
can they
so
go,
I agree with you. I don't really care about the 8 games for
Yeah,
the gun
well,
either.
And the kid
if-
thing's still in court, so you still gotta prove it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's still alleged.
Yeah. What, innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah.
I just think, we're so lucky to live in this time where we just have so much more resources available to us than like people in previous parts of history. And so it's kind of a beautiful thing that in 2023 you can seek counseling just for being a fucking dumbass.
Hey.
That's so true. Just for being
Hey.
an idiot and making poor choices. You know what I'm
It's-
gonna do? I'm gonna go get my mental health right because I've been making some bad decisions. Yeah,
Right.
no shit, motherfucker.
I made
it's
some
that-
stupid
Think about this?
choices that I'm a public figure that represents a giant sports organization and I have to be on my best behavior at all times. But I did some stupid shit, so I'm gonna go seek counseling.
Isn't
It's
that,
like rehab for rock artists. in
I
the
don't
90s.
want to
right?
swing this a weird way, but isn't that like what like serial killers are doing nowadays? Like they're claiming insanity, and now it's just like, oh, whatever. It's like,
Well, I think
what
a
is
lot
going
of
on?
it's a weird parallel.
Alex, we don't talk about that here.
Alex,
This is
you
sports
always take
related.
shit to the extreme.
Too far.
Even though that has happened, I don't know if that's a comparable situation.
Well,
Oh,
we agree, 8 games. It's not that bad, and it depends on how he punches a kid. That's like more games than next season probably, because
Can-
we'll see. It depends on how all of it figures out. But you
Can
said like they
Memphis-
really want him back, but they aren't struggling as bad. And Dylan Brooks has done a lot at taking on the load of being
can't
that leader
stand
right
that
now of that
guy,
team.
though.
Oh, he
Can-
talks so much.
Talks
So
too
much.
much. He ain't
Yeah,
that
I
good.
know. I know Dylan Brooks.
That means
Call him right now.
Yeah, you have his phone number.
No, I don't know that guy.
But in a sense, like they're really not that like where they're not struggling that bad without him. Like I thought they'd do a lot worse. And they still are winning games. They're making pushes. Like let's go. I think they're still second right now.
They're
in
still
the
But
West.
they-
second right now. Yeah.
They need him back,
Oh,
obviously.
For a
100%.
playoff,
So
for a
like
playoff
I was
push, they
just
need
saying,
him
like there's
back.
no way they're adding extra
Yeah.
games to that. Like
Okay.
No.
they
tell me-
want him back.
Tell me here now. This sounds really wild and it's going to be kind of outlandish, but you think the Grizzlies suspend him for more games to rest him?
No, because it'd be a
If you're
weird time to
doing,
rest
if you're
him.
doing okay, like,
No, because you want him to start heating up so we can get in stride when season comes. Because you guys think about it, April 9th is the last regular season game of basketball. We have
April
less than
9th.
We have less than a month of
Oh, wow.
basketball.
If they
'Cause
want to
then-
rest him, he can just rest. Why would they piss him off by taking away money?
Yeah, and I was also like
least I
8 games
think.
without pay. Oh no.
Big Jam, will you check that? Because I think I might be wrong. But April 9th is what it has on ESPN. It is.
It-
We love it. Let's go, baby.
It's
Facts.
usually about when it
Big Jam,
starts.
I want to hear your voice more when we ask you. Like, I want to hear a yes or no. I don't want to just hear a
He
can't.
wants
They
a
don't-
yes, sir, no, sir.
Yeah, they
April
don't
9th
hear you.
confirmed.
Yeah, they don't see you on the screen. You gotta hear you, April 9th confirmed. I do want to point out, I know that we're not there yet, but I do want to point out for McJam's sake. ASU is clobbering Nevada right now. 48-22. So I know we'll get to NCAA in a minute, but Arizona State's kind of clobbering Nevada. So
Well, hey, we can still stay in the West, and let's just talk about the Western Conference. What do you say?
Yeah.
I think Denver's still that front runner. They've lost the last 6 games, which is kind of a little scary. But I mean, they're so ahead, and they still
they
look
lost
so
the
hot.
last 6.
Yeah,
Damn, that's kind of rough.
last 6 games. The team I think I'm still most impressed with, and I've been talking about them every week, is the Sacramento Kings. Dude, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
They're pretty good.
The Bucks are the first team to clinch, huh? Damn. After we talk such a big, I'm sorry to go to the East. My bad. I'll stay in the West. Christopher,
Yes, sir.
is it the 8 teams or 10 teams still?
10 teams because they
10
play a
teams?
playing tournament. The Lakers.
The
Let's
Lakers
go,
might
baby.
be making the playoffs, bro.
Look how mad he looks. You see LeBron's loading up.
Is he?
Yeah, you see. Okay, have you seen like the what's it? The Dr. Dre video with Eminem when he was like dying. You know which one they're talking about?
Say,
He's like in
I
that
need a
tube.
doctor?
I need a
Yeah,
doctor.
I need a doctor, and he's in that tube. LeBron
Yeah.
James posted like a little anime thing of him in that, and it was like a loading.
Ah,
But like,
yeah.
hey, let's talk about it. We can go right to the Lakers. The new face Lakers look pretty good. Like I don't know what they're gonna do in the playoffs, but I know they can make the playoffs at this rate with D'Lo playing really hot. AD's getting back into
What
and
happened to Schroeder? Schroeder's doing okay.
He's
what
still there. He's
happened-
just not great.
What happened to the freaking Pelicans? They
Well,
dropped off.
I think
Zion.
Zion's hurt again.
Yeah, but
Zion's
he wasn't.
brother.
But he wasn't there last year, and they did pretty good. They made the playoffs, and they're just like not.
They literally
moving
just
right
got kicked
now.
out of the playoffs like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not.
they
Oh,
were
okay,
in
they're
the-
still
they
have
were
a
in.
chance, but they're
Well,
not.
everybody
yeah.
in the West has a chance,
Whoa,
dude.
whoa,
I
whoa.
mean,
Not everybody.
okay, sorry. Everybody
Don't-
but 2 teams has
yeah.
a chance in the
Don't
playoffs
fucking.
salty San Antonio.
because all these teams. I mean, like if you think about
The
it,
Detroit Pistons can't make the playoff either, so I don't know what you
I don't
from
want them to.
Yeah, you want to
from-
fucking.
I want them to get Victor.
from the 4th spot to the 11th spot, there's only 5 games in between.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it
it's not
just
that
is lose
crazy.
and win.
And
So
if,
it's gonna come down to the wire. Like it will count by the last game. These are the teams that are making a play in. These are the teams that are
because
making
they've
that.
they've
Like,
played like 69 games, nice, and they have 82, so they've got a couple games to play. So that's a big swing.
yeah, big swing. But you missed my Kings thing, and I had a really cool fact because
Sorry, I'm ready.
I've been thinking that's really fun, and that's cool. Sacramento. I know Chris thinks they're gonna be out first round of playoffs, but hey, who knows? Darren Fox is the most clutch player this season, and let me tell you why. So he has 171 total clutch points, and that's 38 more points than the next player.
171 total. So do you think that he's gonna win the Mr. Clutch?
Oh, that'd be cool. That's what I
award?
thought. As soon as I wrote that, I was like, "Oh, clutch
Oh,
award."
yeah,
I forgot which one it was, but I
Jay
know what it
West.
is.
Jay West award, I think. I think it's Jay West, Mr. Clutch. I'm almost positive. I'm
Yeah,
almost
check
positive.
that
It's not-
McJam for us.
it's not
Let us
Kobe?
know.
Jam.
No, it's not Kobe.
Kobe's the
Kobe's
all-star,
All-Star
all-star
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah, I knew
I
that,
think-
but I
I
just
think
figured he'd
Mr.
be
Clutch is Jerry West.
Makes sense. He's
Maybe.
the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the-
And then the
McJam.
Mavs.
Jerry
Ooh,
West
McJam.
is Mr. Clutch.
Ooh, good job, Alex. Let's go.
Hey,
No Alexisms today, baby.
Hey, let's go, baby. We've had
For
one,
now.
but
For
for
now.
now.
We got a lot of we got
Yeah,
a
we
lot
got a
of
lot of
podcasts
football to talk
still.
about.
And then the Mavs with Kyrie, they still aren't looking that hot, man. I was getting really excited. I was having hope for him, but they aren't. I mean, he's having a good run with them, but they're just not. I think with injuries, they're just not doing well because Kyrie's injured right now, and so was Luka.
How is
So,
Kyrie injured, bro?
oh, bro, they were both sitting out.
He
You
just
know
went
he
to the
can't play
team.
too many games without finding a reason not to play.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to send him to Florida.
Well, and here, Alex, I know you want to
Him
talk
and-
about the
him and
East,
Ja.
and the East is so fast because, well, the East is pretty predictable. There's 4
Yeah.
teams in the East that are playing good, and everybody
The
else.
only
Is
the only unpredictable spot is 8 through 10.
Yeah.
There's a couple teams that can make it in still. I guess Orlando. I guess the Hornets still have a chance, but in about a day or two, they're probably gonna be out.
eliminated.
Yeah, probably. They're pretty too far back. But like you have the
Well, they
Bulls,
lost
the
LaMelo.
Pacers. Yeah, the Bulls, the Pacers, the Wizards, and the Raptors all within that. Like, okay, cool. We're like 5 and out. But I can't believe after all this talk that we talked about with the Celtics, the Bucks, they're fucking
On a
hot.
tear. Yeah,
They
they're
are.
hot right now. The Bucks are going to be a team that are going to, you don't have to beat them for the next couple of years. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to be one of those, like, they're going to be like a Heat
But-
or a Golden State. You got to get through them in order to get there because, dude,
Had they
with Giannis-
won? Did they win yet or no?
Milwaukee? Yeah, they won.
Yeah. They won
they-
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
beat the Suns.
Okay, that's right. They beat the Suns. And then they lost in the championship game last year to the Celtics, which I think it could be Celtics Bucks again. That might be a little rivalry that we have going on for the next 2 or 3 years.
That'd be fun.
And
That
the
will be
Detroit
fun.
Pistons. Hey, I just want to let you know the Spurs have a better record than the Detroit Pistons. They have the number
I-
1 pick right now.
Alex,
That's rough.
you're
don't have
telling
the
me
number 1 pick, it's
positives
lottery.
right now.
I know.
I want them to get the number 1 pick again. Get Victor. Cade comes back healthy. Jaden Ivey's maturing this year. They're gonna be fucking scary next year. And they have James Wiseman. Like, I don't want them to win another game this year.
I have a really important question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way in all Detroit sports? Because I think that's like the most repetitive thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've literally
I was so
never heard-
optimistic
Yeah.
about the next year. Next year's gonna
Yeah.
be so great. We're gonna
Yeah,
have all
it's-
this.
Well,
talent.
yeah, that
For
guy-
the
and
Lions, no. The Lions have never been that way until now.
I know that we weren't going to talk about the World Series of baseball, but the guy that
Wait,
struck
wait.
the person. Oh, do we have to talk about it?
Well, no, one more in basketball. Then we're
Oh,
done.
I'm sorry. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say. I was just because it's going on the.
Go
the-
ahead, go ahead,
The Detroit,
go ahead.
the Detroit Tigers signed that guy who struck out the guys, so they're
Yeah.
always on the next year. Like freaking
No, the Tigers are never going to be good again.
Verlander, man. Sorry, dude. I just had to. I
Not
just had
until
to-
they get
No, that's
new-
actually a really good point, and
new
that was a really
ownership.
great, really good job, Alex. And I can't
Yeah.
believe I cut you off. What a
No,
loser.
no. It's
Yeah.
fine, dude. Hey, no,
Hey,
that's
I
good.
love you. So
But
sorry.
I think that this podcast is predicated on one sport.
Wait, I'm almost done.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Hey, what's that?
I know, I know. I'm almost done, dude. It's not that bad. Hey, okay, this is other facts. First off, the Nets. Has no one complimented the Nets? They look good for
Ben
getting rid
Simmons?
of everybody. They got rid
They're
of so many
performing
players,
a lot better than expected, for
like,
sure.
100%.
Yeah,
And
so
then
do you think
if
that that locker room just have so much drama in it that
Yeah.
getting it out of there, like you just have because once you get to the NBA, you got to be good. So like you just have NBA players playing basketball.
Well, think about
at
all
that
those
point-
players. They just got traded for big guys. You got to have a little fucking like, oh,
That's true.
yeah.
you
They
think
did.
I'm not good enough? You can't win with me? Okay, I'll show you. I'm gonna win with
And
somebody else. Then fine.
They
fuck
got
you.
a lot of role players and a lot of big potential names that could be something good.
Yeah.
Like even just those 2 people from the Suns are really good.
First, wake the fuck up. And then I just want to talk about the 76ers because Joel leads the league in points and Harden leads the team in assists, which is like the first time since like 1960s
That's
that
wild.
is done. Hey, whether they're going to do good, what they're going to do in the playoffs, you have no idea. But that's still a really cool fact and something fun to be like, oh
Do-
God, okay, let's
Do
go.
the do you think they like each other?
Yeah.
Do you think Joel Embiid and
Dude.
James Harden like each other?
James Harden's a club kind of
probably
guy. Like
fine.
he wants to go out and have fun and do like
Yeah, you're probably
James
right.
Harden likes to have fun, and Joel Embiid knows
Too
how to have
much.
fun. Yeah,
Just a little
definitely.
too much.
Which is why they ain't doing shit.
And then Alex, this is great. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, dude.
I wanted just an extra second, and I appreciate.
No, I'm sorry, dude, but I just like couldn't wait to get to our most anticipated sport that we like love to just like absolutely rant about, absolutely
my
talk
God.
about.
It's our favorite.
And that's college basketball, guys. Like I know you hate to hear it over and over
Damn
every
it.
single week, but college basketball, man, it just keeps coming up somehow.
Heating up.
Heating up, dude. We got Fair Leighton Dickinson. I think that's how you say it. They just
Fair
beat,
Leighton Dicks.
they just beat Texas Southern to make it to like the round, the actual tourney. And then we've got like I said, McJam's team. Arizona State heating up. They're 53-26 right now. I think it looks like it's at half. I know McJam that you've been probably watching it while we've been going. How does it look right now?
We're kind of destroying them. 53 is our most points ever scored in a half, actually,
Ever?
this season.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, damn, that's like,
What is this? Like, is this like just we really want to get in? Because do you think they're going to do anything?
It's going to be tough to beat TCU, but I think we can.
Optimism. We love it.
you
Well, good
sound
luck
like
to
a true
ASU.
Lions fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, that's why Chris moved to Arizona State,
Yeah.
Arizona, because they at least can resemble somewhat of Detroit, you know, and the always optimistic but never winning anything.
That's the
Yeah.
Cowboys.
We have 5 Super Bowls first off, and
Yeah,
how many Super Bowls do you have
25
as a
years ago, and
organization?
ever since then, every year for 25 years, this
How
is
many
our
times
year.
have you ever?
This
How
is
many
our
Super Bowls
year.
you have?
This is our year.
How many do you have?
We don't have any.
No, how many?
But
Exactly,
guess
it doesn't
what?
matter. So guess
Guess
what? When you have one,
when
you
you
can catch
when you
up.
hear
Have
when you
one.
hear a
Get
Lions
one.
fan, when do you hear a
Get one.
Lions fan saying we're winning it this
Get one.
year? Win
Get one.
every year. Fucking Cowboys. This is our year. This is our
Hey,
year.
Okay, you know what? Fuck the Super Bowls. You want to talk about this real quick? At least we keep our players, and our players want to stay. We never had to force our players into retirement, like Barry Sanders and Megatron. Those are really bad situations. We can keep going, Chris. Would you like me to continue?
Oh yeah, no. Right now you've got me so fired up. I'm ready to make a bet for this year. Cowboys, Lions. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me your team is gonna have a better record.
Yeah, 100%. We better.
Okay.
100%.
What's the bet?
Fuck you, Chris. Fuck the Lions. They're going to do the same thing they do every year, and that sucks.
What's the bet?
We'll think about a bet. We'll get back to it. I have no idea. I want to really be thoughtful about this bet, and I don't want to make it on emotions because you will do it.
No, I want
on emotions,
that's
but
the
I'm
best
logical.
Time. That's
I'm
the
smart.
best time to make it.
God, I can't wait to spank you guys out of the playoffs.
Hold on, before you get off this topic of the bet. Remember when I had a bet last year, and remember when I could have made you guys do
No. I remember when you chickened out of a bet that you should have made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We made it. We did it. No,
prime example. I think you need to just go
No,
for
no,
it.
no,
I think
no.
you just need to talk about it, talk it out,
Alex,
figure out what you need to do.
You could have had us doing some of the stupidest stuff in the entire world, and we gave you time, and we took time on it, and we actually came up with a pretty good plan, and you had a solid one of your own.
I know.
You chose to fuck around and not make that one.
I don't want to hear.
I am smart, and we can think about it, and we'll get back to this. But on the other end, we're still talking about the most popular thing we talk about on this podcast. That's fucking March Madness. Okay.
March fucking Madness, baby. And I think it's only right for us.
That got out of hand quickly.
Okay, a little too quickly. So we don't know what each other picked.
Hey, we're really passionate about something.
Yeah, when you're really passionate about something,
and you know what? We're both really passionate about our teams. Chris, I'm so happy you're passionate about the Lions that way. They need it.
Someone's got to.
Yeah, I think that the Kool-Aid might be running a little bloody this year. And I think that we should talk about our picks, March Madness, the most anticipated thing about this podcast, March Madness. And so I think it's only right for us to
start in round 64, baby. Let's pick our upsets because there's so many teams in 64. I think we can't really dive so deep into all of it. We could that takes so long. So I just want to hear who you guys think is going to make the biggest upsets, because you guys always have that one Cinderella story every year where there's someone that plays pretty well. Who do you guys got?
My upset for this year, my biggest upset this year is I have Kentucky making it to the Elite Eight.
Ooh, I think I have them actually going decently far too. Not quite that far.
Yeah, but that's since it's the Elite Eight. And then my second biggest upset is I have Utah State beating Missouri. and
Well, we were just gonna do the first round, so I love it, Alex. I
oh
like
my
that
bad,
we make
Utah
this
State
easy.
beating Missouri and Penn State beating Texas A&M.
Hey,
Those are
you
my-
must have done really well in school with the way you follow directions.
Hey, 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 hey. You said biggest upsets. You didn't specify.
Oh, the first round, I did specify.
He
McJam,
did
McJam,
specify.
can you
Oh,
get us
actually-
a verification real quick? Because I want to hear it from him, because he's our facts guy.
It's a recorded line. He said it.
Okay, we'll look at the recording later. I think okay, so I'll give you this. My biggest upset of the round of 64 is VCU over St. Mary's. That's my biggest upset.
Ooh.
My biggest upset is number 13, or ranked 13th seed, Furman against 4th Virginia.
And that was Furman or Vermin?
Furman,
Okay.
F-U-R.
Chris, that was a really close one. I was actually contemplating on that one because Furman actually looked pretty good for what I was just like reading about them and stuff. But I actually just took the one right above it. I took Charleston 12th over number 5 San Diego.
I also took that one.
Let's
So,
go.
which is weird. And normally when I do these every year, I don't actually pick that many Cinderellas or upsets. I just get
This
too
year's
nervous.
the year to do it though.
But like, I don't know. I have a couple others too, so we'll see what
Well,
happens.
I feel like
picked-
there's some good ones, but I feel like as they get later on, there's even better ones.
I picked a lot of the 10s over the 7s. So I picked Penn State and Boise State and USC and Utah State. I picked all the 10s.
Yeah.
I didn't like the 7s that much this year.
The other one that I was thinking about is the UCLA UNC Asheville because UCLA just lost their starter point
Mm.
guard.
Also, we also have
Wish I would have
another
known
person-
that.
Another person on this
I
podcast
almost did.
who still McJam, what was your biggest upset for the first round? It's obviously ASU probably. Huh?
So I do have ASU beating TCU. And then I chose all the 10s above the 7s as well too.
Ooh.
yeah.
I just love that, 45 seconds to a minute ago. I don't know if we can beat TCU, but then when it comes
I
down
did,
to
though.
it, you do think so. You do.
The other one that I had is I had Drake beating Miami because I thought from what
I
I
had
could just
that too.
read, Drake's on a pretty good hot streak, and I was just looking at like the points they allow versus the points they do, and they only allow 63 points a game, which is pretty low. Where I think
But
that will help
who's
them like a good
who's
defense.
Drake playing? That's what I want to know.
Hey, you know what? You never know.
Kanye.
Yeah, they're 1-0
knew I was
against
gonna go there.
top 25 opponents. So I think they beat Mississippi State, who was a ranked opponent at the time.
All I know is that you guys went off facts. I went off right here.
Heart.
This thing right
100%.
here. This thing right
That's
here. I went
your
off heart.
normal.
Heart and name.
AKA guessing.
AKA no educated guessing.
Well, I love that you said that you pick with your heart, and I think we were going to jump to the Sweet 16 and just figure out, hey, what teams do we have playing within the Sweet 16? So let's start with your little area of the South. Who do you have in your Sweet 16? Those 4 teams.
I'm gonna just run down them. Alabama, Virginia, Baylor, Arizona.
Ooh,
Those are the two.
Okay.
Those are the 2 games I have.
I'm super close. I have Alabama and Virginia, but then I have Creighton and Arizona.
Okay.
But reason why I'm picking Creighton, I had to tell my girlfriend Cypress. She is involved with Geico, and they have like a Berkshire Hathaway does like this huge pot of money, and if Creighton makes it so far, that they make more money, they get more money for it. So it's kind of interesting. And I think all
Oh, yeah.
Berkshire Hathaway things does it. So it's pretty lit.
Sick.
That is cool. So we're just picking winners of the Sweet 16 games, right?
Just who's in it.
Just who's in it.
Who's in it? Okay.
So for
I
your
have-
South, for your South.
For the South,
Very
I
top.
have fucking no.
He wants to make sure you know.
Yeah.
Hey Chris, it's the very top. Do you remember?
Thanks,
It's not
guys.
the South, but it's the North.
That is, yeah, that is a bit weird. You would think they'd have it at the bottom and the North at the top, but whatever.
There's no North though.
I know I'm seeing that with the
Yeah.
Midwest. So I got Alabama and Furman. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I had Furman as
Well,
quite
it's
a big
Vermin
Cinderella
or
story.
Charleston is what you picked, so you had to have one of them.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I also have Baylor and Arizona.
Oh, McJam, what you got?
We got Alabama and San Diego State and Baylor and Arizona.
Okay, Alabama, San Diego State. Okay.
San Diego State, I see. And then what is that? The East?
East is next. I got Purdue, Tennessee, and Kentucky, Marquette.
This is where my upsets start happening. I have FAU in Tennessee.
What the fuck? FAU?
And then I have Kansas State and Marquette.
Who is FAU?
Florida Atlantic University,
Oh
baby.
my
Look it
gosh,
up.
dude.
Ranked
I
number
got them
9.
lose. I got them losing in the first round.
I've got I got Purdue and Duke and Kentucky and Marquette.
Oh, okay. What you got, Jam? You're muted. You're still muted, bro.
Purdue and Duke, and then Kansas State and Marquette.
Kansas
You think
State.
Duke's
Okay.
gonna beat Tennessee? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. No love for Tennessee. Fuck you
No
guys.
love. All right, and then I think we're in the. Was this the Midwest?
The
technically?
Midwest, not the North, but the Midwest.
Love it.
And it's
This one's-
Houston,
this-
Indiana, Xavier, and
Yeah.
Texas. This one was super easy.
Ooh, I did Iowa State and Texas. I just
Oh.
switched it.
Same. Houston, Indiana, Iowa State, and Texas.
Love it. Jam.
Houston and Miami, and then
Ooh.
Xavier in Texas.
Ooh.
Okay.
Everybody but ASU kept with some Cinderella stories, huh? Okay. I got Illinois and UConn going in the. Is this the East now?
Yes,
I
this is
guess?
the West.
The West.
West. Illinois and UConn and Gonzaga and UCLA.
Wow. I got Kansas, UConn, Gonzaga, UCLA.
I got Kansas, St. Mary's,
What the fuck?
and Gonzaga and UCLA.
See, UCLA was a tough one for me to pick though, because I didn't with that injured guard. Could they beat Northwestern? But it seems like Northwestern has some struggles lately.
Well, Northwestern is making the tournament for like the second time in school history or something.
Okay.
Something insane. Like they
So
don't
they're
have, they're
gonna-
not known for basketball.
So they're gonna lose?
So yeah, I'm just saying don't expect them to do anything too crazy.
Well, McJam, what do you
Yeah.
have different?
Same as Alex, actually. Kansas and UConn, and then Gonzaga and UCLA.
Hell yeah. It's
You
because
guys are
we
just
know.
going with all the winners, huh?
No. We're going with the people. Okay.
I got the script, so
Oh, he's got
All
the
right, Elite Eight.
script. Elite
Oh,
Eight.
I
You
thought
wanna
we're
go
going to
I
Elite
thought we
8
were
or we're
Final
doing
Four.
championship, just final. I thought we were just going right to the final
Oh,
game.
right to the
Who's winning
finals then.
championship? Because
I'm
like
good
Elite
with
8,
Final Four.
Final Four championship.
let's go championship. Let's keep some mystery.
Okay.
I want to know how I got there. What do you
Okay.
think?
That's fine with me. And then next
good.
week we can dive into it a little bit more if there's not as
The
much
Elite
football,
Eight.
but there's so much football this week. And we want to make sure that we cover a podcast about the NCAA really, really well. And so I think that'll be next week, not this week, because we just got so much football.
Too
and I know
much
you guys been
football.
asking for it. And you guys been asking for it. And we want to give the NCAA due time.
We'll
So
also
just
get
do-
back to ice dancing next week as well.
Yeah, 100%. We'll go to the championship game. Who do you guys got?
Tennessee and Houston. I got Houston winning 76-72.
Tennessee and Houston. Okay.
I got Purdue and Gonzaga,
Oh my
with
God, dude.
Purdue winning 71-65.
I've got Houston and allegedly someone who might be killing people, Alabama and Houston. And I got Houston winning 78-72.
got Purdue
Wow.
beating Houston 80-78.
80s.
Well, that's a
Wow.
high
I'm gonna
scoring
shit
game.
myself if Houston makes it to the championship.
Why? Because you're the
supposed
only
to
person that didn't pick them.
Yeah, all three of you guys with Houston.
They lost. They
They've
lost
been like
to,
they've been
they've been
hot
number
team.
they've been number one. They lost to Memphis in the like finals of their like championship, which is that sucks. But also I can't
Now
believe
I gotta see where I have them out.
Yeah, no, you can't change it now, bro.
No, I'm not changing it. I just want to see where I dropped them off.
But Purdue's also a good pick.
Yeah, they were my pick last year as well.
Yeah, it's also a good pick.
Happen.
Did
So-
you guys see that they got more security for the Alabama games?
Yeah, for that kid.
For that kid. Can't believe that, dude.
Well, that's interesting. I like how we all had something a little different, and how we got there is what's gonna be
Yeah.
really fun. So I can't wait to dive into the Elite Eight next week. But hey, good luck to your guys' brackets, and
Good luck, boys.
may the
Are we gonna
best man
do
win?
are we doing any kind of bet on this? Something simple, nothing too
We
crazy.
should.
Yeah, something simple. I don't know. Just I think it's fun. Doesn't have to be too crazy, but like, you know.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I get to name your firstborn child Chalupa Batman. I don't
Yeah,
want
nothing
it, but
too crazy, nothing too
that's-
serious. That's cool.
Okay, I got Houston losing in the Sweet 16. So
okay. Oh,
you
okay,
guys are
cool.
sending them way farther than I was.
That's all good. I don't know. We'll figure it out after the podcast, but we'll doing a bet. Be on the lookout for that.
Love the
And
bets.
let's get into NHL real quick before we hop into football. NHL, we got two major topics.
You keep
Ice.
teasing me.
I keep teasing you. I'm like a not gonna say it.
Nope. Yep. Move on. Yeah. Keep going. You're good, buddy. Don't need none of that right now.
It's like I
Oh,
keep trying
man.
to set you up to get canceled.
Oh my god, so much so. NHL, we have two big things. Draisaitl and McDavid are the first two players to 100 points this season. It's the first time that teammates have done it in a while. I don't know, it might be ever, it might be no, not ever, because back in the day with the great, he did it with his team, his line mate. I can't remember his name right now, but it's pretty cool. Hasn't happened in a while. So McDavid and Draisaitl first people to 100, and then the Bruins just hit 50 wins, and that is insane. They have they're on track for 132 points this season, which is kind of nutty.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. It's a lot of points this season. The Penguins are out of it. Not out of it. They're just not in the playoffs right now, which would suck. But that's whatever, dude. And now we'll break the ice and we'll get to football. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
And we're gonna go with probably the biggest thing to happen outside of all the trades, and that is the Panthers trading up to the number 1 pick and sending what? What?
We're going to talk about the biggest thing outside of trades and talk about the trade that the Panthers made.
And Alex is
Okay.
right for you.
Hey,
Perfect
there
timing.
it is. Right, perfect timing. So the Bears trading. What did they even
So
get?
they
got
traded DJ Moore for the
and a
number
couple
1 pick.
picks, right?
Yeah,
And then they got the
that-
9th pick.
Jam, you want to look that up as we kind of talk
Yeah.
about it.
So I
They
think
got
they
a couple
got-
different picks.
Yeah, I think they got the 9th pick and then like a 5th pick and like a 4th pick and like a 3rd pick or something like that.
I think this is raw. This is so lit for the. This is all right.
It's the-
Giggles out.
It's the
Let's be
D. it's-
serious.
I just think Alex is making shit up over there.
No.
Oh,
I
100%. He
I
always does.
promise you. I promise you. I think it's DJ Moore. The pick they traded picks. They got a 5th pick, a 3rd pick, and then and a 4th pick.
Oh, let's see, McJam. Fact check.
So close. Panthers trade 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks for DJ Moore. Or no, sorry, and DJ Moore for the first overall pick.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. at all.
Overpaid.
Thank you for. Oh, you think that the first overall pick was overpaid?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. If that
Wait a
all
minute,
that,
they got
two,
they got
two
nothing.
first rounds.
they
So
got
they got a first
nothing
round
in
this year
return?
and next year, right? So they got
Wait a minute.
2023 and
They got
2024.
nothing in return besides the number 1 overall pick
Just the number 1 overall pick.
to get some bum like CJ Stroud.
I don't even think they're gonna go after him.
Okay,
This is
here's
where
my
AR
opinion.
15 goes off.
Oh, that would be
Oh, dude.
that'd go down in history as one of the worst draft moves of all time.
Ryan
If they
Leaf,
gave
are
up
you sure?
all of that.
Ryan. Leaf.
Wow, there's also why am I blanking on his name for the Raiders from
yeah,
LSU?
Jacoby.
Big,
No, Jamal. Oh fuck. Starts with a J, right? Who?
it does start with a
McJam,
J.
McJam, look up Raiders bust pick quarterback. Who the?
Is
fuck
literally the
was it?
biggest bust of all time.
Oh,
number
no,
2.
No,
He wore number
hold on.
2.
I can do this. Jamarcus Russell.
No,
Jamarcus Russell. Thank you.
I told you I could do this.
Yeah, it would go down with that, and eventually Zach Wilson.
That's
at
all
least,
thought.
at least the Jets didn't, move up for him, but it's still a bad pick. But no, this
Yeah.
if they go after AR, horrible. The only guy
Why?
that makes sense is Bryce Young.
What?
Yep, he's
What?
think about it. Okay,
Didn't
He
this
went
motherfucker
to
say that he's not gonna be the
Alabama.
first? I can't with you anymore.
No,
'cause last
I
week you
said
just
that
said
I
he
think-
wasn't going
no,
to be
I
the first
think-
pick overall. I don't.
yeah,
don't-
he won't
yeah.
be.
Yeah, he is. If you say him,
CJ Stroud will probably be the number 1 pick.
Okay, get your shit
but I
together
think
because you
Bryce
just said
Young
Bryce
should
Young.
be. I said he should be, motherfucker.
I don't think so.
I didn't
think
say
he's-
okay. Explain.
There's a
Explain
difference between
why.
what I think the Panthers will do and what I would do if I was the general
Wh-
manager
Why
of the
would you do
Panthers.
that? Why would you do that?
Because Bryce Young has played out of all those quarterbacks. Now, CJ Stroud is the only one who's comparable in these senses. Played in the biggest games that you can in college football against a shit ton of teams that have a lot of NFL talent to them.
True.
So you already have experience. And then on top of that, you hear about what a brain Bryce Young has for the quarterback position and what he was doing down there in Alabama with the game plan and the coaches and everything. So I think he's the most ready to, and think about it. If you're taking a quarterback that early in the first round, there's a almost definite chance that they're playing right away. So
100%.
you want the guy who's as close to turnkey plug and play as you want, and I think that is Bryce Young.
But didn't they
However, I
sign-
think CJ Stroud's stature, his physical traits, are going to get him the number 1 pick over Bryce Young.
didn't they sign somebody too?
Andy
Some-
Dalton
Who?
as a backup.
Andy Dalton.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
they just signed Andy
Yeah.
Dalton. Andy D.
I
but
love
yeah,
this for the Bears. I think the Bears won this trade. One, they got
Oh,
DJ
for
Moore,
sure.
who's super awesome. And then they got a bunch of picks for their future, which they
True.
absolutely needed. They needed picks to be able to build talent, get extra talent around. Just
I mean, they even
win
win this trade even if they just swap picks and get DJ Moore. That's like a
Well, now
win. That's a win
They
trade
have
for them
DJ
right there.
Moore, Chase Claypool, and
I always forget about the
Darn-
Claypool move.
Darnell
now.
Mooney. Is that what it is? Darnell
Yeah,
Mooney?
they do have Mooney.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
the Chase Claypool.
those are 3 pretty good wide receivers for
I mean,
decently.
they're 2 pretty good wide receivers.
Okay, it's better
and
than
then
Allen
Claypool.
Robinson and whoever else they had at the time. They had nobody
mean,
forever.
Allen
We got-
Robinson was pretty good.
Yeah, Allen Robinson was really
not
good.
on the Bears.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the Bears. More like
Yes,
not on the Rams.
Yeah,
He
not on
didn't
the
get
Rams.
targeted
he was
on the
really
Rams.
good on the Bears.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he
think
was
so
great on the
either.
Bears.
No, who was he with before? Because he was better with that team. Allen Robinson was with the Jaguars. He was a much better Jaguar than he ever
Yeah,
was.
you're
there,
right.
And you could 100% quote me on that.
I will agree with you on that. I will agree with you on that for
Hey,
sure.
listen, I'm not gonna split tomatoes. But
Where do you make up this just random shit?
yeah, I think we're all in
What planet
agreement.
do you come from?
I think we're all in agreement that the Bears won that trade, and
For
the
sure.
Panthers are kind of dumb. But
I just
think
wouldn't have
it's-
done it for this draft.
yeah, it's
If it was the
weird.
Trevor Lawrence draft, yeah. If it was the Joe Burrow draft, yeah.
Yeah,
Peyton
If it was-
Manning, like okay, Andrew Luck, all these guys, yeah. But like this draft is not that sexy
But
for the
everybody's
quarterback
comparing
position.
this draft to other drafts like that. That's the problem. It's going to happen every year. They say the
Do you
same
think
shit
it's-
every year.
do you think
Oh, I
it's
wouldn't have done
media
this
hype?
one
Yeah,
'cause
that's
it's gonna
the
be someone
draft
next
hype.
one.
you think
Yeah.
it's the draft type of like, dude?
Yeah.
But I mean, can you imagine they take AR-15, first pick overall? This guy barely plays football ever, gets thrown into the NFL and just absolutely crushes it. Could you
Cam
imagine? That'd
Newton.
be fucking wild.
That's literally what they did with Cam Newton.
No, but
Newton
Cam-
struggled
Cam
a couple years
Newton-
and,
Cam
yeah, he
Newton-
did.
We already talked about this last
But
week.
I know,
he had a
but
way
he-
different
but
trajectory of like
Cam Newton only
college.
played I think you can quote me on this, but Jam. I think he only played like 1 or 2 years at Auburn at the max. I think he only played one.
I think he
to the
played- no, he played
championship, and
one
got
year at-
drafted.
He played 1 year at Auburn, but he played 1 year at
No,
he
he
did
was
not
at
play.
Florida. He was at Florida.
Florida,
He did
Florida.
not play. He was
Oh, okay.
behind Tim Tebow.
He
Um,
went Florida to JUCO, then back to what's it called? Auburn, and that's where he won the championship. He went from Florida, JUCO, Auburn. And and he's the same stature. Everybody's comparing AR-15 to Carolina, and I'm pretty sure the same general managers with Carolina. And that's a
I didn't
physical
even
person
think
they
of.
like,
I didn't even
too.
think
N-
about that until you just said that. But Carolina was the one that drafted Cam Newton. This guy is like Cam Newton. It's like they're prototypical what they want. They had. I mean, what's the guy's name that was from the XFL? That played last year? I can't remember his name.
Of their many quarterbacks that
Of their
played
many
last year.
quarterback, yeah.
Yeah.
But he also fits that like running. He can run the ball. He has a cannon of a fucking arm. That guy had a freaking arm.
Wait, Jam, how'd
Um,
I do? Was I pretty on? Let's hear it. Let's see.
No, let's hear it, bro. Come on, stop with the thumb, bro. No one sees you. Yeah, he's
think
right.
he's
It's
still
fine.
looking.
He's still
I'm
looking. It's
right.
fine.
I'm
It's
right.
fine. He's
But
right.
If,
He's
they,
right.
if they already have done that before, I mean, you kind of have to they would do it again. They
Yeah,
have
they
the
would do
history
it
of doing
again.
it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
but just like, hey, if anything, it's good controversy, and I think that's really unique.
Remind me, was Cam Newton a Heisman winner?
I believe
Yeah.
so, wasn't he?
Richardson was not.
But you never know.
He was-
It's just
Florida was trash.
Hey,
it
hey,
was
hey, hey,
just-
hey, hey, hey.
It was
Allegedly.
just a body size, physicality.
Yes,
similar
his physical
qualities.
traits
There's just a
match
lot of
Cam
very
Newton.
similar.
Okay,
could
we could
be-
talk about
hey.
this fucking draft pick all fucking night.
Yeah,
They're
we
gonna
could.
draft some quarterback because that's what they need. And I think we get to the other quarterbacks in the league because a lot of them, I don't remember an offseason with this many fucking moves in a while. This has been just like, holy crap. All of these names and all these people are on the move. What
On the
quarterback?
off season. Sorry. Go
Very
ahead,
good.
go
Well,
ahead.
I just like haven't seen it.
I just thought
don't
the
know if you
off
guys
season
have.
wasn't that crazy last year, but it was in season was when it got really crazy and people
Yeah.
were like throwing people all over the place. And this has been definitely more insane.
Crazy offseason. Weird. A lot of moves. I have no idea. No loyalty with any people anymore. I don't know if that's true or
Turning
if
into
it's just me.
basketball.
Yeah, maybe
Yep.
he's turning into basketball. Okay, so we got Jimmy G to the Raiders,
Oh,
Aaron
happy there's
Rodgers
that.
maybe to the Jets, hasn't officially done anything, but said he wants to play there.
It's gonna happen.
Baker Mayfield to the Bucks. Lamar maybe not with the Ravens. We don't know what's going on there either. And Matty Ice getting cut. And we already talked about last week, but Derek Carr to the Saints.
I
Well,
think
Jimmy G, I think was obvious.
yeah, it was
Huh?
a very obvious move for him to go there, but to be if like from a Raider standpoint, pretty
not
even
happy.
swap.
What'd they
Yeah.
pay him?
I don't know.
3 years, 44 million.
I know there's a lot of incentives.
3 years, 44 million?
Like there's a lot of incentives to get to that 44 million.
Okay, cool. Because he's such a hurt. Like, yeah, I just think like I think
There's a lot of
this to you.
game incentives.
Yeah, I think I said this to you guys. I think Jimmy G's probably a better quarterback, but he's more hurt all the time. So
Yeah,
it's like, what'd you really trade? Like,
then you get rid of Waller, like
yeah,
so you
what
just
is-
made the
yeah.
offense worse.
And
And-
he runs like with what's his bucket? Josh Daniels is over there. Like it's
McDaniel.
it's
It makes sense.
McDaniels.
It makes sense because like he coached him in the New England. Like it makes sense why they brought him in, and I get what's going
Totally.
on, but it's like, but what has he done? I mean, I guess
Well, he has
led
been
the
to a
team.
Super Bowl.
I mean, he's been to a Super Bowl.
One
He's been-
He
throw
was
away from
winning
winning
last
it.
year.
Yeah, he was almost there last year.
Yep.
And then he was
And
almost
he's
there
devilishly
2 years
handsome
ago.
and
Yeah,
living
he's-
in Las Vegas.
yeah, he's gonna
be
get
at the
hella
club.
He's gonna be
distracted, bro.
dangerous in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
He
all
needs
those-
to be
Gonna love
careful.
him.
All those
Yeah.
corn stars are gonna love him out there.
Corn stars. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
What's up? Was I right, McJam? I felt like I was hot.
Yeah, Derek Carr 60 million.
No,
No, six. Yeah, that we were
Jimmy
talking about. That
G's.
was crazy. Jimmy G was 44, right?
I think 3 years, 44 million.
Derek, I think we talked about it last year, but holy fuck, still 60 million.
I think that
Just
was
hit
good.
that number again.
Yeah, but how much of it was
We already talked
guaranteed
about it was
again?
guaranteed. I can't remember.
I don't
Okay.
know. Man, we can't get into that.
Matter.
Those are numbers that we don't know. But
Yeah.
I think the one that shocked me the most was Baker Mayfield.
Was that on?
What you got, McJan?
Why?
Yeah, 3 year, 45 million for Jimmy G.
What's guaranteed?
Guaranteed 33.75 million.
That's a lot of money guaranteed.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's gotta
but you
protect
break it
himself, he's
down
injured.
and
Over
then
3 years, it's $10 million. It's whatever.
yeah, it's
Um,
actually pretty cheap for a quarterback.
Yeah, a pretty good quarterback. But Baker, I don't know. I just did not expect him to go to the Bucks. It just didn't. I understand they needed a quarterback, but it was just like, oh, Baker Mayfield.
I did kind of forget
Bucks?
about him. So when that did pop up, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And so I think that's probably a good fit for the both of them. We'll see what happens.
And
Good
do you
for
think-
Baker though. I
do you
think
think
he
this-
earned it after how he did with the Rams.
Yeah, he did pretty well. Do you think Lamar ends up as a Raven still? I don't know what's going on there.
I heard rumors he could go to Washington.
Which that
I
might
think-
happen, but
Didn't so many teams come out and deny it?
yeah, a lot of teams already came out and said they're not.
Commanders
interested.
were one of them, but it makes no sense why you would be not interested in Lamar Jackson.
The one thing that I think is so interesting is there's so many players that talked about that. I think we talked a little bit about it last week, but so many people were voicing their opinions about what's the issue. This is an MVP. All these other
Yeah,
decent quarterbacks can sign, but you're not going to sign an
I don't
MVP
like him.
in his
but-
prime.
Yeah, I don't like him, but that's because he plays for the Ravens. If he was on another team, I'd love him. But it's he's a freaking good quarterback.
I
What's
hate
going
when you
on
say
here?
that. Shut up.
I think what it boils down to is these owners and teams don't want to set the precedent of giving fully guaranteed massive contracts.
Well, I think
so-
they've already offered that to him. I think he's offered 200 million.
But
I
he
think that-
came out with a.
No,
I don't
he,
know if I,
no, he hasn't.
came out with a
He came
tweet
out and said that's
like,
bullshit.
That's bullshit.
He
Why would I
said
turn-
what he did admit to was being offered 3 years, 130 million, fully guaranteed, but which is shit. That's a ton of money. But actually,
on him, on.
if you compare it to the other contracts,
It's like
it's really not. I think it's
Yeah.
sixth. So,
Mm.
I don't know. I just think you won't see him get a Deshaun level deal.
Yeah, that pisses me off that Deshaun Watson, the guy who allegedly did all that stuff, but like can still just get 100, 200 and fucking $1 million guaranteed and not have any and disrupt the quarterback thing so much to hurt Lamar Jackson, who seems like a good dude. And like now he can't, the Baltimore Ravens don't want to pay him because it's like this outrageous landish contracts.
We'll leave it to Houston to do something dumb and fuck it up for everybody, just like they did Brock Osweiler.
Dude.
Well, one, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but of all the teams linked to Lamar, and by linked I mean people are just talking about, oh, what if he goes here? The Lions keep getting brought up, and I don't get that.
I don't get
That
that
is
either.
not a Brad Holmes move. They've already stated that they're happy with Goff and they want to see it through next year and everything.
And he
So I
did
don't know
well
why
for
people keep
you.
mentioning the Lions.
He did
I
well
think-
for you.
Everybody wants him there. Like people want him to go somewhere like insane and crazy, and they think like if you just throw him in a Lions offense that he's going to win a Super Bowl. Or something.
And I
you
get
know?
that, but
But I get what
I
you're
don't
saying.
know.
But I get what you're saying too. I would still give Goff a chance. I mean, I think he's going to be cheaper than Lamar.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
And you
Yeah,
got
and
a
then
lot
it's
of
like,
other people.
what do you do with Golf? Trade him again? Trade him again?
Yeah, I'd
for-
imagine if they did that, he might be
Yeah.
part of the trade to send him to Baltimore or something. I don't know, but
I would hate to Golf
I
at that point.
I don't know how I'd feel about that, to be honest with you.
And you know what?
It'd
I'm
be
sitting
weird.
here thinking about that, and I'm thinking about how Patty Mahomes got his with the Chiefs. If the Ravens aren't willing to give it to him as an owner, that's kind of like a little suspicious from another team because that's like the guy you've been working with for the last 3-4 years, 5 years, however many long it's been, and like you're not willing to like make that kind of a proud contract like Kansas City was able to do with Patrick, but you're hesitant on it. Is it just you're hesitant on money? Are you hesitant because of personality? Because I would say typically you don't see like those massive crazy signings from someone who's getting picked up on free agency. Like they get massive contracts within their like who they were drafted by, like a
Or
Patrick
if
it-
Mahomes situation or a Dak
True.
Prescott situation, just these huge contracts. So I think that's what it is. I think there's a little like why, like a suspicion, like why?
Yeah,
Because none of these teams have ever worked with Lamar.
true. I think that was so well put. I'm gonna leave it there.
I think that's perfect way to segue on to the next possibility, and that is Aaron Rodgers becoming a New York Jet and getting the fuck out of the North so he doesn't get spanked twice again by the Lions.
I just want
They
to
just
say,
moved
I
from one
think,
north to another.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Well,
moved
in
from
East.
one green to another green. Yeah, the Steelers are the North.
Thank you.
The Steelers are the North, huh?
They are, baby. They are. But the Aaron Rodgers, man, what can we talk about? What just an awesome quarterback. What a
This has been just the most dramatic fucking thing I've ever seen.
So
and it's
annoying.
So annoying.
But
It's
it's
Super annoying.
okay, but
It's
like
being
how,
so
how
dragged
much,
out.
How
It's
much,
ridiculous.
How much of it is him? How much of it is him?
a ton of it. 90.
A ton of it was him.
90% of retirement
Was,
going into
was,
the darkness.
was,
and coming
was,
out.
was.
I want to play football again. It's still him. He's still doing it. He didn't even announce it, but he goes on the talk show and goes, "Oh, I really want to play with the Jets." There's no actual contract in. Nothing in.
No,
then,
there's
like he
some-
gets all these Adam
there's
Schefter
nothing-
tweets where Adam
there's
Schefter is reaching
nothing-
out to him. He's
yeah.
like, "Don't talk to me, lose my phone number." This is literally he's skitting. This is a skit. He's playing out.
I'll
show.
say this. Now that he said it publicly, anytime from now until he signs, I will put the blame on these teams working out the trade. But up until now, it's been him because he took so long.
He said
So
he wants to
long.
go into the darkness. He wants to figure it out. He
And
got out
then-
a week ago.
No,
That's
it's been
dramatic.
longer than
That's
that.
dramatic.
No, he got it a week ago. He got it a week ago, and yeah, it's been a week.
It has been more than a week.
Okay, no, it's
Way
been
more
a
than a week.
week.
McJam, can you find out it's been more than a week? Okay, Alex, here I'm gonna give you this little.
Alex,
insight
that
real
was
quick.
back
And I'm gonna
during the
say-
Super Bowl that he said he was going to go into it, and
Yeah,
then
he
he
went
went into
after
it
the
that
darkness.
following week.
Yeah. Okay, so then that's
Think
it's
about
been,
this.
It's been, and then he went in for a week,
No, he
Think
didn't. He
about
went in
this.
for 4
days.
days.
Hey,
close to a week.
Alex, think about this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna compare him to a superhero or something, right?
Yeah, because he is.
Right. No. Just because of comparison. For a movie effect. Hero gets down under his luck, doesn't make a playoffs, decides he needs to retreat from life to just rethink what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Comes back out. I'm staying, baby. I'm playing it, and I'm gonna go do it. Like literally, this is a movie being played out. He's literally the main character in a dramatic movie.
Hey. Don't talk about him like that. You don't know him like
Chris,
I
am
do.
I wrong?
No,
You're
you're
a
not
film
wrong.
major. This is 100%
Listen,
this is a
all
scene.
He
This is a
he
set.
he talks about how much he hates the media attention and everything, but he keeps doing and saying things that he damn well knows is going to garner media attention.
Yeah, I get that. I get that part. But what I'm
Big
saying
Jam.
is,
How many weeks has it been since he's been
It's
out?
been at least 3.
Yeah, like 3.5 weeks.
3.5. Thank you. So dramatic. Mister,
But-
I'm not going to drag it out.
hold on,
Now we're
hold on.
deep into March.
But what if the Jets didn't want to? What if he was waiting on the Jets to figure out if they wanted him still?
The Jets have literally been down on their knees blowing him since the offseason started, trying to convince him to come over there.
I don't
And we
want to
just
hear.
got
Literally, players are posting videos having a seance, burning a cheese head, recruiting him. Like the owner,
That's funny. That was
owner
funny.
is flying across the country
To
to meet with
Malibu.
the Jets. Have been doing anything and everything. They're signing his guys. Like this is not on the Jets.
Yeah, but he never like
Alex, look at me.
what.
Give
all
up.
this for a guy who doesn't win
just
when it
right
matters.
now. Just right now. Just right now. Give
All
up.
right,
Come back
I'll come
strong
back with an
next
argument.
week.
Yeah, I'll come back with an argument.
Because right now you don't have enough to support it.
I'm pissed.
but
I'm so
besides-
pissed right now.
Why?
What just happened?
Orlando Brown fucking just got signed by Cincinnati.
Ooh,
And I
great
was
signing
hoping,
by
I was
Cincy.
yeah, I was hoping that he'd go to the Steelers. I'm freaking pissed.
Well,
Damn.
no, he did go to the North.
Yeah, I know he went to the North.
The Steelers are the North.
I understand he went to the North, the wrong North. But we do have some. Speaking of offensive free agency, just trades and signings. We had Darren Waller traded to the Giants. What a weird.
Wild.
What did he even get in return? Like,
The
do you
NFC
know?
East,
He-
besides for Washington, really has made
Okay,
so
yeah.
many moves.
Yes.
Washington made a lot of moves, but like gave up a lot of stuff.
Like
they didn't really do
mid
great.
moves.
Yeah, they
No
didn't do
big
great to, like,
splashes. No
yeah.
Stephon Gilmore's. No Darren
Nope.
Waller's. Not type that shit.
And not dropping half of your defense after going to the Super Bowl.
Also weird.
Yeah, really weird. Like Brandon Graham and
But also getting
Darius
some
Slade.
guys
Brandon Graham,
too.
they re-signed, did they? They re-signed Brandon Graham.
or did they
dropped-
restructure?
They re-signed Brandon Graham. They dropped Slay.
Slay.
They dropped Harvard is someone who they traded for. Or I
Oh
can't
yeah, the
remember.
DT from
Yeah,
I think they're
yeah.
gonna try and
Vegas. He's at
sign,
Vegas.
re-sign Gardner.
They
Not
signed,
Gardner
Mark
Minshew.
Bradbury.
CJ
We know who you're
Gardner.
talking about.
I was getting excited. That was Gardner Minshew.
I knew who
They
Alex
re-signed,
thought I
Bradbury, who gave up the play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did re-sign him.
So, but they let Darius Slay go, which I thought was
I
interesting. But
wonder
we're on
why.
offense.
What happened?
We can stay on defense.
What happened
Money.
with Slay? You think so?
Money.
I
yeah.
think they're gonna have to pay Jalen Hurts.
Oh, true.
You're
Where
gonna
do you
have to
go?
pay Devontae Smith.
But you got rid of your captain. Like he was number.
Oh,
C
Jason
back.
Kelsey's coming back. That wasn't like a
fucking
re-signing or
coming
anything. He
back.
just,
Yeah.
didn't retire.
Yeah. But yeah. I guess we'll move to defense. My bad, guys. Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins.
I was disappointed by that.
Very disappointed by that.
Good move by the Dolphins. I was kind of
Yeah. Great
hoping
move by the
the
Dolphins.
Lions were going to get him. But they probably got a much cheaper alternative in Sutton.
Yeah. And not as good, but good. You know what I mean? Like,
But
good and
younger.
Younger. That's the thing. Yeah, younger for sure. We have Edwards, wow. Oh my god. Tremont Edwards to the Bears. Dude, the Bears are making moves. This
Yeah, they've
offseason.
made a lot of
Holy
moves,
crap.
except for O-line, where
Except
they
for
needed the
O-line.
most.
Maybe they draft. Maybe that's where
There's
they go.
really
from
no
now on.
one great in the draft at O-line.
I don't know, man. Jimmy Ward, weird to Houston.
It
Following
makes
his
sense.
coach.
DeMarco
Yeah,
Ryan and
loved it,
everything.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
a big Jimmy Ward fan.
that defense just
I
got
would have
better
loved him.
instantly. Yeah, that defense
for sure.
just got better. Darius Slade cut by the Eagles. Jesse Bates the third, leaving the Bengals and go on to the Falcons. Interesting. Was that-
Yeah, very interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like
Falcons
eight.
making some moves too because they
Yeah, they
signed
are.
Johnny
I think-
Smith to pair with Kyle Pitts.
Maybe
so
you
very
can teach him how to
interesting.
catch touchdowns. We'll keep you. We'll keep you
Yeah,
on that one.
Jesus.
We've got Byron Murphy. The Cardinals losing.
Well, they're screwed next year no matter what.
Yeah, they are pretty screwed.
They're going to be getting rid of D Hop here soon.
Think he's good. Where do you think he's going?
Everybody wants to
Believe
go
it or
to the
not.
Cowboys.
See, Cowboys should be going after him. I think
I
that
don't
would make
think
a lot
so.
of sense. You don't think so? Oh, I think they should.
They
Here's
should.
the
But
thing that
I see a lot
happens.
of things pointing him to the Pats,
I like that.
Boo.
which is
Yeah,
weird
I don't
because of
want
Bill
him.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
You don't want him?
I don't. No,
You don't want D Hop?
no, I don't.
Why?
Explain
Because
yourself.
here's what happens.
Explain.
Is he's an older receiver. Like he is good. He is very good, but he's still an older receiver.
Yeah, I think you
And-
got the words good and great mixed up. I don't know if you
Okay. He was a great, and phenomenal receiver. Big hands, can do all this stuff. But like he's older, and we don't like. To me, I just like how much you're gonna have to pay him, how long he's gonna have to stay. He's already older. Like to me, it's not worth that. And how many times have you seen people give money to these older but good wide receivers, and then they don't really pan out? Like
Amari Cooper.
I don't want to. No, Amari Cooper was good for us until
I'm not
he
talking
got
about
the
you
bag.
guys. I'm talking
Oh.
about the Browns.
Oh, he played good on the Browns. He was the only thing the Browns had good. He was my fantasy team. He did great for me.
I mean, I just hate
But
the Browns, I
overall,
think.
like I just don't think I just don't think like it's worth the risk. I think you got to either get someone younger or draft somebody because it just I don't know. He could be a flop, and then you just
Well, you
wasted
guys
a bunch
missed
of
out.
money.
You guys missed out on Juju.
Yeah, thank God.
Go to the Pats. But yeah, and then Poyer resigns with the Bills. Look at that. They finally did something.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah.
Poyer's always injured, so we'll see what happens. He's never.
That's
played a full
not. You're
season.
not wrong.
Do you think that means Micah Hyde is not staying put there?
Why wouldn't he?
They could do that too. They got rid of.
I
their
think
linebacker that they had to
he as
pay.
well as a few other big names on that defense are up.
Actually, there's a ton of people on the Bills that are up.
Yeah. Bills
Stephon Diggs is
honestly
up.
may have just lost their title window.
Yeah.
100%.
This year was the year.
They had a
Yeah.
win now mentality. They shit the bag, bro.
Yeah.
Shit the bag.
I know I shit the bag, but I shit the bag.
Yeah, shit the bag.
And I guess we'll move to offense. We said Darren Waller to the Giants, bro. To talk about the Giants, bro, can you believe Danny Dimes is looking for the same amount of money as Patty Mahomes?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
The cojones.
Go after that money,
love it.
but
The cojones.
but he definitely
100%.
doesn't deserve it
No,
like Patrick
bro.
Mahomes does. I think that Giants team is only going to be better next year though. And maybe it is just because we
Not the old,
I got excited and I what?
No.
But I think the NFC East next year is going to be actually between the Cowboys and the Giants, not so much the Eagles.
Why?
Yeah, dude, the Eagles have made some weird fucking moves. Like they
made some weird moves, and I think maybe a bit of a Super Bowl hangover.
Like the Cincy had.
Exactly.
Cincy was good. They just like didn't produce from what they produced last year. Or the year
But
before.
both the Cowboys and the Giants have already reloaded to be better next year.
True.
But that defense for the Eagles so far has been worse.
Yeah.
Gotten
I know
worse.
that you won't say it. I know that you hate all the teams there, Jay, but which team are you most afraid of now going into like from starting right now? Is it the Giants? I know you're gonna say none of them. I fucking hate this guy.
Why? You say the same shit about the North, and then he will say the same thing about the
No,
North of the NFC.
I'm always
Yeah.
afraid of Cincy, bro. They're fucking good.
Maybe
They
in recent years.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. But they had the Red Rocket for a while, 11-5. They were a pretty good
For the
team.
longest time, that answer was the Ravens.
For the longest time, the answer was 2 murderers on a defense. Sorry, 2 legend murderers on a defense that would kill us.
It really depends what happens. Like if Lamar does go to Washington, I'm afraid of Washington. 'Cause
Oh,
Washington has a decent
100%.
defense, and
And their
their
receiving core is ridiculous.
Terry McLaurin. Oh yeah, they got some good
Dotson,
guys.
they got
Dotson.
McLaurin, Dotson, they got Logan Thomas, bro. That receiving core is like pretty fucking good if they had Lamar
But-
Jackson back there.
As of now, I'm still afraid of the Eagles, and a reason why I'm
The
still afraid of the
Eags.
Eagles is because you still have AJ Brown, you still have
Oh, that offense is
Devontae
still fucking
Smith.
good.
They got Miles Sanders.
got
They let go
Hurts.
to the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Miles Sanders is that good.
That
Truthfully, I
offensive
think
line
he's
is really
decent.
fucking good.
I actually don't think they have. Did they re-sign Miles Sanders?
No, he
No,
got to the
he's
Panthers.
he's the Panthers.
Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they.
well, that's why
still
you
have
got
a really good
Stephon.
offense.
You got Stephon to deal. So you got multiple DBs that can handle all of those wide receivers that they have.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not scared. That's just who I'm most scared of.
The Eagles. Like if you had a
Yeah.
team to be like, okay, we're gonna play the most competitive game against, it'd be the Eagles.
Yeah, the best thing. This is what's really great about everything that the Cowboys are doing, and I'm so excited about is they restructured so many people to make a now run. Like,
Yeah.
it's now or
Who do
never,
they
baby.
get?
And it's going to be very, very interesting. Wait till the weeks to come. I can't wait to be able to find out and get to share and joyous or defeat, because they do something stupid.
They do
They're still the
something.
Cowboys.
Do they go for OBJ?
I don't think so.
If you get him, if it depends. Okay, so if they really want D Hop and they get him cheap, get D Hop.
That's what I'm
If you
saying.
can get
Because
OBJ cheap, get him cheap.
100%. OBJ and D Hop are like the same freaking receiver to me. They're both
But like,
older, good.
I don't
like,
want to get.
But one has
I don't-
multiple ACL injuries.
Yeah, I just don't want to give away a
what's
ton
wrong
of
with
money
ACL injuries?
for someone.
Anyone who like injures their ACL is like an automatic bitch in my eyes. So
Okay, bro. I did.
Well,
You mean the right ACL, right? Not the left.
I think really-
actually no, specifically the left.
Oh, okay, cool. Interesting.
hey, are you done piss fighting? Come on now.
Yeah,
Let's
I
get
know.
it
We
together
got
here.
we got 2 wide receiver signings.
Called
3
golden
wide receiver.
showering.
Okay, we got 3 wide receiver signings. We got Alan Lazard to the fucking Jets, just setting up for big man going over there.
If they sound
I
Randall
can't
Cobb, it's
wait.
officially over.
I can't
Sign
wait.
Allen. Dude, my thing
Sign
is,
Lazard, sign Cobb, sign Mercedes Lewis, get OBJ in there, because I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off next year when they do absolutely nothing when it matters.
You're so bold, and I think you
you're
just hate Aaron Rodgers.
fucking.
This is Alex's hate for some of the players is you right now for Aaron Rodgers.
I like how
because
I think you're
think
gonna
you're-
say somebody, and then there's just too many.
Yeah, because really, that would be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Because the only reason why the Jets didn't do better was because they had 0 quarterback skill.
Mike
The
White
Jets'
almost got
defense
him to
is-
the fucking Super Bowl.
The Jets' defense is unbelievably.
They didn't make the
talented.
playoffs.
They almost did with a shitty ass quarterback and a fucking
Right.
and
No,
a,
I'm
a
agreeing
running
with
back
you,
that literally
Justin.
hurt himself. Yeah, but like
I was saying that to Alex.
But how are you going to say that they're not going to do good this next year if they go and get an MVP,
No.
Back to
better
back.
wide receiver?
Back to back.
He
I
is
didn't
an
say they're not
MVP.
going to do good. I think they would make the playoffs. What
Oh
I'm
my God,
saying
when it
is
matters.
when it matters most,
Mhm.
aka the AFC Championship game, because they ain't making the Super Bowl.
I'm
where they
not
choke.
sure.
I will
I'm-
give you that. We'll give you that because Aaron Rodgers loves.
I disagree.
choke-
Aaron
Chosen?
Rodgers is a regular season quarterback. Postseason,
He kind of has the Manning curse.
he
But
just
he's never had a defense like this.
he doesn't have a killer
Very true.
mentality.
Hey, just wait. I think it's
No, he
going to
does
be
ayahuasca.
interesting. I think it's going to be a very good AFC get run, but the AFC is not going to look the same at all. The AFC East is going to be super interesting because I think it's going to be primarily run by the Dolphins and the Jets.
I think it's
like you said,
funny.
Wow.
Bills lost.
Look at the Chiefs. They actually just signed I'm blanking on his name, but he's one of the best O linemen in the league. So that offense just got even fucking harder.
Who the fuck did they sign? That's the best of lineman in the league. But they just lost Orlando.
One of the
Brown,
top
bro.
O linemen.
Jawan Taylor.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Jawan Taylor's a beast.
Oh, he's a beast. Yeah, that's my bad.
Hey, it's going to be super interesting, and I think this year of football is going to be so interesting. And I'm so excited. I can't wait for these heated debates because it's
What-
already getting hot, and it's not even football time, baby. This is still.
I know this is
not even-
just.
and
This is
wait
yeah,
till
this
the
is just-
combine. Wait, not the combine, but the draft, and then
Fucking
they figure out
combine.
more, and then they get more and more. Oh my god! By
Okay.
the time July hits around, it's gonna be such a.
There's
heated
nothing I
combine.
enjoy more than making January predictions in March.
Yeah, we know. I think the last thing to do on this little potty is which team won the trade so far, or which team won the
Who's
the
winning?
signings? Who's winning?
Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, I almost want to say
They just
Bears.
got way too much of a killing with that.
or
first round.
Jets. I want to say Jets too. I understand you may not think it with the blah 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 blah, but
Okay.
like Jay said, with adding Aaron Rodgers to it,
But they haven't
they're
done it yet.
adding. Yeah, they haven't done
They
it
haven't
yet.
done
So
it yet.
if they add, it's going to be like the Jets because you just
It
added-
depends on how you look at it. If you want to look at it as just in the terms of this coming year, I would agree with you, Alex.
Oh,
if
the
you want to
next 2
just talk
years.
about it as a team,
Yeah,
I would
I
say
guess-
the Bears because
Yeah.
the Aaron Rodgers window is so tight. It's a
2 to
win
3
now
years.
situation.
Yeah, 2 to 3. You got this year, next year, and then maybe a third year. But you definitely got the next 2 years for sure. Or honestly, I could
Well, you
see
got
him.
this year, and then he's gonna have to go camping
No, hold on.
and go
Hey,
on a
hey,
cruise, and
hey,
then
hey,
maybe he'll
hey,
figure
hey,
out next
hey,
year.
hold on.
And
Hold on. I say you got this year. And if he wins the big one, he doesn't come back.
he ain't gonna win the big one.
Okay.
If he was gonna win the big one, he would know right away as soon as the season was over that he ain't done.
Hey, you two.
This guy.
Who
He does
Bears?
not have
It's
a
the
Kobe
Bears
Bryant
right now.
mindset. He does not have a Michael Jordan mindset. He does not have a Tom
Hey,
Brady
Chris.
mindset.
Chris.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Oh.
nobody has a Tom Brady mindset. Nobody has a Kobe mindset besides those two people.
Alex, shut up. Both of you. Stop it. Shut the fuck up. Aaron Rodgers, we get it. Bears definitely are winning all of this right now. As of now.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers actually officially goes to the Jets, I would say the Jets actually just they do a win now thing.
keeps saying his
100%, but
name.
The Bears are setting up for their future. But like we're just moving over it. We're not
Hey,
going to talk anything
if you
more.
say his
This
name
is
3
it.
times in a row, he
Late-
appears. I'm trying to have him appear.
Aaron Rodgers. Oh, look, it's Jake. Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you guys smell
I just
ayahuasca?
got
Ayahuasca? I do. Okay, so yeah, the Bears are the winner because they got so many picks. They got DJ Moore. They got weapons for Justin Fields. The Chicago Justin Fields looked like they could be more than the Chicago Justin Fields next year.
Yeah, the
They
AFC
might
North is all up for
I
grabs.
still need a line, but yeah, they're definitely gonna. Their
Yes.
general manager knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they're building something, and I don't know what it's gonna be yet. It could be a hodgepodge of shit, but they're building something over there. I don't
100%.
it because it's like they got some good players, they whatever, but and I think the biggest losers so far are the Lions because they lost Williams. And that to me, I think I say this in all confidence. If Mr. Rogers leaves the Green Bay Packers, the Lions will be my NFC team this next year. And I'm kind of sad that Williams left because he was probably my favorite player on the Lions.
Yeah, he definitely on the offensive side of the ball this year was mine.
Yeah, he's so fun. He's so funny.
Well, I think that wraps it up with a really good episode of this podcast. McJam, did you have any fun fact checks that we needed to go over? Because we had some Alexisms towards the end there, and Chris was getting heated, so we probably said some dumb shit.
Oh,
No, I just got a random little trivia question for you guys. Someone can get a
Oh.
gold star for the episode.
Ooh, I'm down for a gold star.
So kind of a two-part question. Who
Chris,
sang
you're
the longest
muted.
national anthem?
Oh,
Who's saying? Is this in a Super Bowl or just any NFL game?
In a Super Bowl.
can I get like some? Can I get some like multiple choices? Because I don't fucking know.
Can you give us a hint?
Can you give us
Super Bowl
give us a hint?
48?
Super Bowl 48.
Okay, so
That's
that
recent.
was the
That was
one
5,
that
6
was
years ago.
Seattle versus Denver
Motherfucker, this guy. That was Seattle versus
in New
Denver.
York.
Sierra.
What's the first initial?
A.
Adele.
Nope.
No, she'd be a halftime show. She ain't the
I
fucking
know.
Last
national
initial
anthem.
is K.
AK. Is that like last
Alvin Kamara.
last name initial or last initial of the name?
Last name initial.
Okay, so it's AK.
Is this
Alicia
someone pretty
Keys.
famous?
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Good job, Alex.
Well, wait,
with
was I
Alicia
right
Keys.
about which Super Bowl it was?
Yeah, you were actually.
Look at this guy. That's pretty good.
We can get
I'll take
a
my
second
silver
place.
star.
Yeah, a silver star for whoever gets the closest time.
Oh, I'm gonna go
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
2 minutes and because the guy went 2 minutes and 8 seconds was the average, so 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
2 minutes and 17 seconds.
I even right in the middle.
Alex won. 2 minutes 35 seconds.
Damn.
Oh my gosh,
A
is that
long
a
one?
is that a double
That
star?
is very ironic that Alex was right about something being about 2 minutes long.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for following this podcast. Please follow us on all socials at 3 Amigos Podcast. We will be there. We'll be having some fun. We'll be doing all the things. So if you enjoy what we got going on here, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe. And thank you so much for following along. And until next week, bye guys.